Haberler.com'dan merhaba, ben Esra Öztürk. Yine Afganistan konuşacağız. Bu kez Taliban sözcüsü Süheyl Şahin konuğumuz olacak. Afganistan'da Taliban yeni bir hükümet kurdu. Afganistan İslam Emirliği'nin artık geçici bir hükümeti var. Taliban üyelerinden oluşuyor. %90'ının aynı etnik kökenden gelmesi, hiç kadın olmaması ve daha önce açıklanan bu kapsayıcı yaklaşımı temsil etmemesi nedeniyle hükümet eleştiriliyor. Buna yönelik sorularımız olacak. Aynı zamanda Taliban sözcüsüne Türkiye ile bundan sonra nasıl ilişkiler geliştirmek istediklerini de soracağız. Çin'in ve Rusya'nın bundan sonra Afganistan'ın ekonomik kalkınmasında nasıl yer alacağını, yine ortak projeleri, özellikle Çin'in kuşak ve yol projesine nasıl dahil olacaklarını soracağız. Süheyl Şahin, thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let us start talking the Taliban's new government. It is criticized for being exclusive rather than inclusive, as you were declaring previously. This is a temporary government, and what's going to happen? Are you following the reactions, and what is your response to the criticism?
Yes, I'm following the actions, but those was criticizing our government, the appointments made by our leadership. They should know there was a plume created by the former Kabul administration by abandoning all the Kabul city and all the ministries instead of transferring the power peacefully. So when we took the Kabul city, there was need for essential services to be provided to the people. The people need them because everything was stopped. So these appointments have been made on the basis of urgency. There was urgent need in order to provide services to the people. You see, these ministers are acting ministers, so they are not full ministers. There may be and will be changes in future about the cabinet. So this is a cabinet made on the basis of urgency and with the purpose of providing essential services to the people of Afghanistan.
For how long this government will act, approximately?
The time frame is not given, but it is. We have a new constitution to be drafted. We have some institution to be created, which will provide basic rights to the people of Afghanistan. It will contain everything the people of Afghanistan need. So for that, I expect some changes in the government in future. But if you say there is a time frame, the time frame is not announced, but of course there will be changes.
Are you now drafting the constitution of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan? And who is in this process? Who is part of this drafting process of the constitution?
So this constitution will be for the people of Afghanistan. It will be not only for the Islamic Emirate. It will be a constitution of the people of Afghanistan and will be drafted soon, because it is one of our priorities. The constitution to be drafted. It is needed that the basic rights of people to be enshrined in that constitution. About your other question, who is drafting? The committee has not been set up so far. So of course there will be experts, legal experts, some scholars and religious scholars, and the other well-known Afghans will draft the constitution in independent Afghanistan.
Well, Mr. Şahin, now after more than 2 decades, you took the administration of Afghanistan with a very powerful way. You have the human force, you have a strong army, but would you agree that you lack the art of diplomacy? You have not been in the international relations scene for a long time, except this peace negotiations which was held in Doha. I would like to ask you, do you consider Turkey as a Muslim country which you can get benefit from its old-rooted state tradition and the diplomatic art, while making some affiliation with the Western world? Would you like Turkey to be next to you?
two things. First, we have experience in diplomacy. It is not that we had negotiation. We started on the first day. The diplomacy when we started negotiation with the Americans. So it was not. It is more than 2 decades. We have a relation with other countries, and we have been in diplomacy. And the other thing is cooperation. Of course, we want to have cooperation with Turkey, a Muslim country, a great Muslim country. We have historical ties with Turkey. If you study the history of Afghanistan and Turkey, there were very close relations between the two countries. We will continue that relation, and we want to have cooperation in various fields, not in one field, in various fields.
What is your agenda about Turkey? I mean, what is your projection from now on? Now you told that you're going to set international relations with all the countries except Israel. Now what is your agenda with Turkey? In which areas would you like to cooperate? And how are you going to establish the relations with the leadership of President Erdogan of Turkey? And how do you like his foreign policy, by the way?
We have relation with Turkey. It is not the first time we have relation. We have relation with Turkey for the past many years. So this is, and you may have remembered that we gave Turkish engineers who were taken by our forces in the past year, even under when our country was occupied by the US and its allied forces. So we freed Turkish engineers and Turkish people as a goodwill gesture. And our security forces, even during occupation, didn't attack Turkish forces. So it was also a goodwill gesture because Turkey being a Muslim country, and that we wanted to have with them constructive and positive relation in future. So now, so this is one part that we had a relation. It is not we are beginning a relation with them right now, but we want to strengthen and boost those relations in future. Now we will enter practically in various fields. It may be the field of education, maybe economy, reconstruction, rehabilitation, creating jobs for our people, industry, investment, and maybe many fields. You can't count it. Every field which is needed for our country, and we both countries agree upon that, they can have relation with us.
And how do you like the foreign policies of President Erdogan?
So every country has its own policy. It is in the best interest of that country and people. So we respect their rights and their policy. But what we focus is more that we have mutual relation. We focus on those areas where we have mutual interest and mutual goals. So, and at the same time, to have relation based on mutual respect and interest. As we go in future and have assistance, cooperation, I think naturally our relation will boost, will strengthen, and we will be more. We will have more, trust and create more trust between the two countries.
I'm underlining this question because a few days ago, the acting chair of AK Party, the ruling party of Turkey, declared that it is the most important thing that how you will approach Turkey rather than how Turkey approaches you. What do you say on this comment?
Of course, it is important how the Turkey approach, yes, but we will approach the same. Of course, we will reciprocate. As a Muslim brother, if they approach us as a Muslim brother, we will approach them as a Muslim brother. This is one thing. Have they approach with assistance in reconstruction of our country? If they gave hand and us gave us hand in this critical time, of course, we will appreciate, we welcome that. So we have fought for 40 years against two invading superpowers, and we gained our freedom. We are a liberation force. So in this, we consider Turkey as a Muslim country, as a brother Muslim country, and the basis of the Holy Quran, the believers are brothers to each other. So this is our approach. So now it is up to them how they reciprocate.
Is there any progress on the deal regarding operating the international airport in Kabul between the Taliban government, Turkey and Qatar? Now, is there any progress?
Yes, there is a progress. Yes, yeah, you know, the U.S. forces, they had destroyed everything here. The instruments, the radar, and the runway, everything was destroyed. Now it is restored, if not completely, but it is restored that flights are taking place from here, and we hope it is fully restored in a few days.
I want to ask you about the road, the Belt and the Road project of China. It was at a huge proportion, at a huge scale, implemented in Pakistan. And now, how is your perception on this Belt and Road project of China? Previously, you declared that if China wants to invest in Afghanistan, you're going to provide them the security at all means. How do you think? I mean, I want to ask about this picture because it's very outspoken in social media. The head of your central bank was sitting on his table with the gun, and now it was collecting some criticism. How do you think the investors will trust you and feel safe themselves in Afghanistan to come and to work and invest in your country?
First of all, security is very important. We will provide a secure environment for all investors. It is important for them, it is important for us. We know if there is no security, no one will invest in Afghanistan. Afghanistan will not be reconstructed. So we are focusing on that. And secondly, about our relation with China, of course, in future, we will see, as a policy, we welcome investment of all countries, including China, which is our neighboring country, great neighboring country. So I think it is in future what they have for investment in Afghanistan. So that would be decided in the future, and we will. Both countries will talk about this, and we will see what they have. But at the same time, we will appreciate all other countries if they want or intending to have to make investment in Afghanistan, even including the United States. We welcome its investment in Afghanistan and their contribution in the construction of Afghanistan. I think it is their moral obligation of the United States, while they were involved in the destruction of the country for the past 20 years, they should come forward and take part in the rehabilitation, reconstruction in Afghanistan, and make also investment in our country. They will be welcome.
I do understand, but I am asking you the perception of the Taliban's over the Belt and Road project of China, because when it is implemented in Pakistan, it was a picture of Chinese investment with the Chinese human force. You know, when they make the projects, Chinese people come there to work, the engineers and the other workers too. How, I mean, this is kind of making your country bonded with China for the sustainability of the projects and for the follow-up in the future. I'm asking at the same time, how are you going to perceive this unless it is helping your own economic development while providing you workforce for your own people. Please comment from this perspective too.
As I said, it is welcoming investment of other countries, our policy. This is one thing. And the other, about the details, how there are details, it is, I think, something for the future. And we will have legislation about the law of investment, and we will have meetings with other countries, including China. We will see their proposal and everything, and based on our mutual interest and on mutual respect with each other, we will forge ahead.
It is very clear that now we have an anti-American government. They took all the troops back. Now we have your own victory and you got the leadership of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. Please also comment on your relations with Russia from this perspective, from an anti-American perspective.
America had occupied our country, and we were resisting against the occupation too. And we were offering our sacrifices in order to put an end to the occupation. That chapter is ended, that phase is ended. Now we have entered a new phase. And the new phase is of our country for reconstruction, stability, and peaceful coexistence. If the Americans come forward and contribute to the construction of Afghanistan, and have their contribute to peace and creating jobs for our people, they are welcome.
So you say that the Americans are not your enemies?
If they were enemy when they had occupied our country. But if they come and taking part in reconstruction of Afghanistan, and they contribute positively to our country and creating jobs, helping our people in this critical time. So their act is not an act of enemy. It is a good thing for the people of Afghanistan. So of course we appreciate that, we welcome that. Secondly, about our relation with Russia, we have a relation with them, not now, for many years. There was conferences intra-Afghan conferences in Moscow, not once but many times. So we had relation with them, and they supported us during occupation. So we will continue to have relation with them.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Şahin, of course you have the relations with Turkey previously from the history, with Russia you had the relations, and Pakistan, with several countries. But now, as the leader of Afghanistan, you will be in the international scene. And I think now you need some best friends to work together, especially if you want your government to be recognized internationally. And now you will be part of the United Nations, and you need one of the members of Security Council to work with you in some cases. That's what I mean.
Yes, yeah. So it depends on those countries. If they are helping us more than other countries, and they are at the forefront of giving us assistance. So we will see that. That's something for future.
So my last question is about the general amnesty you're declaring. Presumably, the hardest thing for the Afghans who cooperated with Americans to believe. I have one of them downstairs waiting for another interview with me. He's the former chief of staff of Afghanistan, and it's very sorry that a big number of your people does not trust this general amnesty declaration, and they cannot come back to Afghanistan, as they say. Do you have any message to these people who do not feel safe in their countries?
Yeah, they should feel safe. We have declared general amnesty, and we are abiding by our commitment. We urge them to come to their country. This is their country, let's build our country together. They will know how they will not have any problem with security problem, and because we assure them that their property and their life and their honor will not be at risk. That is our commitment. And about General Karimi, he was working with us, I think, before the invasion of American invasion of Afghanistan. While there was no problem with him, why he is thinking that there will be a problem with him? So because there is a general the amnesty, it is declared. It is not declared by me. It is declared by the leadership.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to interview him right after you, so I will just forward your messages to him how he feels to come back or not. Do you have anything to add, which I didn't ask you?
Yes, I want to add, I call on the Turkish people. At first, I'm grateful to the Turkish people who had sympathy with the people of Afghanistan who were struggling for liberation of the country. And we need the prayers of their prayers and also their help for the reconstruction of Afghanistan, because we have entered the new phase after 40 years of sacrifices. And you see, we have sacrificed about 2 million people during this phase of occupation in the past former phase of occupation of former Soviet Union. So we have got 2 million, more than 2 million people. So in this new phase, we need to reconstruct Afghanistan. We need to create a welfare state for the people of Afghanistan. And for that, so we have scarcity of resources. We need the help and assistance of all people, particularly the Muslim people of the world.
Okay, Mr. Süheyl Şahin, thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Haberler.com'da Taliban sözcüsü Süheyl Şahin'i ağırladık. Yeni hükümetlerine ilişkin soruları yönelttik, eleştirileri yönelttik. Kapsayıcılıkla ilgili epey eleştiri gelmişti. Türkiye ile bundan sonra nasıl ilişki kuracaklar, karşılıklı olarak nasıl bir diplomasi geliştirilecek bunu sorduk. Çin ve Rusya ile ilişkiler, Kuşak Yol Projesi ve bundan sonraki kalkınma sürecinde neler yer alacak, projeksiyonlarında neler var bunları sorduk. Türkiye ile ilgili ılımlı ve olumlu mesajları oldu. Destek beklediklerini, Afganistan'ın yeniden inşa sürecinde mutlaka birlikte çalışmak istediklerini söylediler. Hülasa etmek gerekirse altyazılı olarak izlediniz. Teşekkürler, hoşça kalın.